for joining me today at my Piano Pizzazz tutorial. We're going to be learning about the song in the Perfect 10, Book 4, called Shades of Blue. Okay, so this is a really beautiful song. It's one of my favorite ones in this book, and I think that you will learn to enjoy it as you're playing it this week too. But Shades of Blue, think of blue. Do you think of the blues? Maybe some of you are familiar with the blues type of music. The blues is an African-American style of music that originated in the South, like in Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, around the middle 1800s. So it was really brought to the public's view because it was very relatable. It was usually written about everyday life. And a lot of times in life, things do not go as we plan. I know we often have goals and dreams, and sometimes those are shattered. Those are not always going to stay that way, but sometimes in those moments we can write songs or we can play songs that reflect that broken spirit, or maybe it's just about everyday life, just the mundane in and out, working, going to school, coming home, doing homework, and then you get up the next day and you do it again. So the blues are easily relatable to all people, and usually it's kind of like you're a little bit kind of down in the dumps about something, you're complaining about something, but you're gonna just give it a try again tomorrow. So I hope that you will enjoy this song here, The Shades of Blue. Now this song does not have any lyrics, okay? So you'll have to imagine your own situation, okay? So think about things in your life, maybe that haven't gone quite as you expected or that how you would like them to, and let that feeling be reflected in the song as you play. Okay, so I've got some shades of blue here for you guys. I found this one here. So I was kind of going to show you some different colors to see what you thought of when you saw the color. Okay, so when I show you this color, do you think of peace and calming? It kind of looks like water, right? It looks kind of peaceful. All right, so we have a blue color here. See how vibrant blue that is? That just looks real exciting, right? Like there's a lot of action going on with that blue. Here is a blue. I think this is my favorite. I really like this blue. All right, so it just gives me a good modern vibe. Like, I don't know what it is about this color, but it's my favorite. Here's one that's medium shade blue. I like that one too. It kind of seems light, but kind of calm as well. So that's a pretty color. This one, I think that's more of a gray blue, and there's a couple of other grayish colors. And this one, it's called Blue Endeavor, but it almost looks black. It's so dark. So you can think of different shades of blue to describe your feelings. If your feelings are more relaxation, or if they're more down in the dumps, or what. But I want you to listen as I play this song and think about just the overall vibe or the overall feel of the spirit, the tone of the song. hope that you like the sound of that. Very flowy, it's very beautiful to me. It's a little different than a lot of the other styles that I typically play. So I like the way it flows. It kind of has that ballad sound, but yet it has this like 1, 2, 3 vibe that really flows very nicely. Okay, so some of the things about this song that you are probably going to struggle a little bit with could be the triplets. Okay, so last time we talked about the rhythm that looked like this. It's just one beat, and then if we break it down into halves, we count 1 and as 1/8 notes. And then if we break those two down into half, we count those all 4 as 16th notes. Okay, so you are going to see some of these 16th notes in here. I think that's on the last page right here at the very end, where it goes up 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and so forth on that. And you go kind of fast on that part at the end while you hold the pedal down the whole time. So you'll see that at the end. But for the most part, we're taking this one beat and we're going to break it down into thirds. Okay, so that's how we count the triplets. All right, normally in the English language, triplet is like a 2-syllable word, triplet. But in music, it's considered a 3-syllable word. That's how we count it. So triplets, you know, that would be 3. All right, so you've got 1, 2, 3. So instead of counting it like a 1, like a number, like 1-ia or something like that, we don't count it that way. We just say triplet, triplet, triplet. Okay, so each third is one of those syllables. So the very beginning part of the song begins with a rest on the first trip. So in your mind, you're gonna say trip-a-let, and then come in on the a-let right here. So trip-a-let, 1, 2, trip-a-let, 1, 2, trip-a-let, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. So that almost seems syncopated when you have the triplet as your feel overall. When you get to the 8th notes here, make sure that comes down evenly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. All right? And then you're going to have the triplets all the way through, and oftentimes the first part of your triplet is tied over, so you don't play on it. You just kind of think or say trip-a-let, and you come in on the a-let part. Okay? But down here, there was a part I kind of messed up on the video. Shh, don't tell anybody. But it goes like this. Triplet, 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 1. Right there. That takes a little bit of extra work where you have all these triplets right in a row. And you have the B flat. And you have the F sharp. And then the D sharp. So there's a lot of interesting little things right there. So you want to pay close attention to that little spot at the end of page 1. All right, so what I also like about this song are the chords where you have 4 notes at a time. So at the B section on measure 17, the middle of the 2nd page, I would practice the right hand a lot, getting in the sounds of those 4 notes. Sound. All right, so I hope that you like that as much as me. One other thing I wanted to mention over here on the 3rd page is how it goes the 8 VA right here with the triplets. So that's where your right hand gets to go up to, it would be written as the B above the middle C, but you're going to go an octave higher and go triplet, triplet, triplet. And where it says molto ritardando, that means you can slow that down with much slowing down. So feel free to slow that down. And then where it says a tempo on the next line, measure 33, you can speed that back up to your original speed. Also, one thing of interest is at the top of page 7, notice that there's a little break here between the 2 notes. You've got 3 thirds, you've got 3 pieces here. You've got the trip, and then you've got the rest, and then you've got the let, trip, let, but you're resting on the let. So a lot of times when you're playing music, you're thinking of the attack of the way that you're going to play the sound, But in this situation, you're gonna think about the release of the sound, okay? So I'm gonna play that E here with a C, and then I'm gonna lift up on the pedal and I'm gonna completely let go before I come back in with my other note. So there's a total break. So I'm gonna go into that again so you can hear that. I'm gonna start at measure 36 here. Oh, see what, that was not the same note. Let me try that again. Oh, I know what the problem is. See, I was coming in too low. All of this whole line, all of these lines are an octave higher. So this note E here is the same note as this one up here, but I wasn't getting that because I didn't play that an octave higher. So let me try this at measure 36, an octave higher. There we go. Now it's the same note. So did you hear how I played this and then let go and came back in? All right, so that'll give your music a little bit of extra added interest. And then at the end, your hands are going to be taking turns going up for the 16th notes. After you play the E on beat 1, you're going to take the left hand 2, E and 3 E and 4 E, and it's the same exact thing all the way up. And then you cross over to the G at the end. And then you come down. This is a little bit harder to find. It's D sharp and F sharp, and the left hand is playing the E minor chord, E, G, and B. I think I missed that when I was demonstrating it earlier, and then here's the E at the very end, okay? So I've gotten pretty good at covering up my mistakes. So I know that most of my students don't like to make mistakes, and if you do make a mistake, it kind of throws you off, but I'm so used to making mistakes that I can pretty much just keep going. And I like to still work on songs, even though sometimes I'm too busy teaching. I don't have time to practice them, but even my fingers need that practicing. But I hope that you will enjoy practicing on Shades of Blue. And in the meantime, again, be thinking about your favorite color of blue and your favorite feeling that you may have about certain situations in your life, and try to make the best of it, because one day your feelings may be kind of gray, kind of like a dull gray, but just keep in mind that the next day it's going to be full of life and you're going to have a better day. All right, so take care, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.